Hi guys, and welcome to the Rapid Growth Weekly Vibe from the 10th to the 16th of February. Now, there is a little bit of last week's vibe that is still flowing over into this week, and it is pushing you now to acknowledge what was in terms of your family values and what is right now in your life. Meaning, understanding the role of the family values that they played in your life, right? Especially during your upbringing. It's kind of like, what did you take from that? And how have you now matured from that as well? Because you could still be shaking off some frustrations because of conflict in values with your nearest and dearest. And now also, for example, what's going to happen is that the full moon, that it's going to push you a little bit now to be confronted with that. And it's asking you to take what you need and let go of the rest. Right, as the theme is for at least now for a small part of this week, it's going to be focused on that. So apart from that, now there's another vibe also flowing up just right after that, which is going to be bringing in a desire for you to act and to move forward. Right, and this vibe is coming in strong. So use it carefully. Use it very carefully, and also make sure that you direct this energy towards positive movement forward, especially with good intentions as well, and not just, for example, to prove someone wrong or motivating yourself with anger and resentment, because what you will then achieve will only be built on unresolved emotions, and that is not a strong foundation to sustain a long-term successful outcome. So be mindful of what you push forward here, as this, whatever it is that you're creating now, it's going to have a strong staying power. And, if it becomes successful, then you want that foundation to be positive as well. And a really good question that you can ask yourself here from that vibe is, ask yourself, will I still want this outcome in a year from now? And if the answer is no, then think twice about what you want and why. Right? Because if you feel at a loss, for example, as to how or when you want to move forward with your projects, then pause. Just pause. Just sit with it for a few days and shift your focus to someone else's progress, for example. Just temporarily, right? This is a positive distraction because this will actually greatly benefit someone else. And on top of that, you will actually then find clarity through being of service to someone else's cause. So remember that karma never sleeps, and what you invest will come back to you when you need it. So if you focus on someone else's project, then don't worry. Maybe you just need this small escape to help you to clear your mind and to also to get ready for the next best phase of your project. Because, let's face it, it is this vibe that is now pushing you to create more security and to feel safe in your life. And of course, you want to also feel supported while you achieve your goals. And the good news is that you can have it. Sometimes we just don't see the security and the support that we already have in our lives because we are so focused on a new set of circumstances to give that to us. So, pause, observe, and then become aware of what you already have, right? What security do you already have in your life? So, despite this vibe actually calling in these aspects, you might also feel yourself now feeling super serious, right? Comes with that security. Well, I want security and I want it now. I want to feel safe. It's almost like not a fleeting emotion anymore. It's an emotion that's now strong and it's sticking, right? And also, you want to be also very practical. You'll feel serious and practical. And to be honest with you, I actually love practicality because personally, I have my biggest breakthroughs during times of practicality. I also travel full time, and people, they don't always seem to think that I live the high life, but I actually don't. More so than often, I live in rooms with a mattress on the floor. Sometimes there's rice for breakfast, and there's a towel that's not always clean. There's been times where I've been weeks without hot water. Even I could have asked people to fix it, but I didn't because I actually really loved the contrast. I love the contrast of having enough and then also not having enough, because it's during those moments where I have my most humbling moments, because without contrast, you can't always judge the level you are living your life from. And we start taking things for granted. And that has really taught me a big understanding of what it means to be humble. And then also now, just to quickly go back to the basics, right? It's also then to put things into perspective, which it does for me as well. Now, for me, in a good way. Now, and especially in a way that would, for example, allow me to see my life through a simplistic approach instead of arrogance, instead of complications, instead of challenges. Because let's face it, every time when you need a challenge in order to have a breakthrough, you might have a small, slight emotional addiction to the cortisol, to the hormonal stress that's being released, meaning you're always going to have to need a crisis in order to succeed. So, guys, let's make it easy. Let's make it simple. And let's create and achieve success through calmness, through humbleness, through knowing that you can also just have it. Right? So I actually invite you to explore this in a way that is in alignment with you, because it just might open up new and improved ways of looking at life, instead of always looking at your life from a perspective of, maybe it's too comfortable for you. And when I say too comfortable, I mean it from the perspective that you're not learning new things anymore based on how you have set up your life. So guys, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can go to evettevideos.com, stay up to date with my moon vibes and my videos, because there I'm going to take you through powerful meditation that's going to set you up for success. Also grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy, where you can find so many hidden emotions behind ailments. Learn and understand what your body's trying to tell you. You're going to find another book. Grab it on Amazon. And also with any updates of these videos that I'm making, you can go to energyvibeupdates.com. And until next week, guys, be the light that you are.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me, and remember to grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy on Amazon, 679 medical ailments. And I also wrote about the psychosomatic root causes of that, and I'm spoiling it because I even added key points for you to start looking at important questions that you can ask yourself to start improving your quality of life. And also remember to catch me on Instagram, Evette Rose, 1 with the digit 1, and Metaphysical Anatomy on our Facebook fan page. Bye guys!